Time for another edition of Camp Dolphins All Access. Mike Cugno alongside Kim Bokamper. We are just a couple days away from shipping up to Tampa for that joint practice with the Buccaneers. As we get into the preseason games, cuts will certainly be around the corner, so we need to start talking about some of these position battles. And I want to bring up the wide receivers. We know about Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, but a couple of vets that might be vying for a spot, Mohamed Sanu and Preston Williams. Is that right there, just between those two, a potential battle?
Oh, I think it is, and I think the battle's on right now. You know, earlier Preston Williams talked about not getting opportunity. They've been giving him some opportunity, and before he talked about opportunity, dropped a couple balls, dropped a punt, not looking, kind of looking like a guy that's kind of down in the dumps. And then you go on the flip side, a guy like Mohamed Sanu has been around for, I think, 11 years in this league already. He's done a lot, he's seen a lot. And I tell you what, you look at him, he looks like he's a younger player, looks like he's a more fit player, it looks like a guy that wants it more. So these practices coming up next week against the Bucs, more so than the preseason game, could go a long way into deciding who those guys, you Lynn Bowden in there, and these guys looking for maybe the fourth and fifth spot on that wide receiver spot is clearly a battle. But there's some young guys battling there too. Yeah,
there are. And by the way, just standing next to Mohamed Sanu a couple minutes ago, chiseled. I mean, you mentioned he's in good shape. That guy is rock solid. All right, let's talk about some of those wide receivers. Because, you know, I talked to Tua earlier this week, and he said, look, Braylon Sanders, Eric Ezukama, kind of the dark horses on this team. Really good wideouts. What do you like out of those two?
Well, they've been quiet. I mean, they've been quietly going about their business, and what they've been doing is catching footballs, making plays, running routes, doing the right things. Now, these are the guys that could blow up during the games.
Right.
You know, they're going to get to work against the practice sessions against the Bucs, but getting into game situations, seeing that, getting a good feel for it in the NFL for the first time, I think that's where they really have an opportunity to shine and get themselves. You remember not so long ago, a couple years ago, we were talking about Preston Williams after the first preseason game. Man, that guy looks pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, maybe one of those two guys gets in the mix and gets up to that number 3, 4, 5 guy in the roster.
And we'll certainly end up seeing them in that first preseason game, because as we saw in the Hall of Fame game, a lot of the starters aren't playing in that first one. That seems to be the trend.
They're going to kind of walk in, breathe a little bit, walk right out, and then, hey, young guys, let's get out here and see what you can do.
They're going to remember what the jersey feels like on them, but that's about it. So, again, we do have 2 more practices here in South Florida before they head off to Tampa. But this is the last one of these we'll do before we do get to Tampa. Camp Dolphins All Access going on the road. But, Bo, what are you looking forward to from that joint practice against the Bucs?
Well, I just want to see him work against somebody else. I mean, this defense, I think, is geared to have a big season. They're excited. I want to see what they can do. Pressure up front, coverage in the back. More importantly, I want to look at this offensive line. And they're going to be going against a very good, you got Villa up there. You got some big bodies up there, some good players. Let's see how they stand up against those guys. They've looked pretty well so far here in the first week of training camp. Let's see how they do against some of that competition. And then the second team guys, when they get on the field game day, see what they can do.
That's a good point about that Bucs defense, because it's basically been championship caliber the last 2 years. I mean, NFC Championship game last year, and obviously winning a Super Bowl a couple seasons ago. All right, Bo, thank you so much. This has been another edition of Camp Dolphins All Access. Once again, we're hitting the road next week. We'll be in Tampa, so be on the lookout for another episode from up the road in the state of Florida.